You wake up, and your coffee mug is floating 3 inches above the table. Your phone buzzes with emergency alerts about unexplained gravitational anomalies worldwide. Outside your window, leaves and trash drift slowly upward, like underwater. You step outside and feel lighter, like walking on a trampoline. Day 2 arrives, and your neighbor's cat is stuck on the ceiling. Children bounce higher on playgrounds while parents grab frantically for them. Your car requires sandbags in the trunk just to stay grounded. By day 5, walking becomes a series of careful, controlled bounces. Restaurants chain their tables down and serve food in weighted bowls. You watch birds struggle to fly downward against the weakening pull. Construction workers anchor themselves with ropes to build anything new. Your morning jog becomes a careful dance of controlled floating steps. Swimming pools empty as water forms, floating spheres in the air. Day 10 brings floating cars that drivers steer with small thrusters. You sleep with weighted blankets and bars across your windows. Grocery stores become vertical mazes as products hover in tall columns. Children learn to grab door frames and furniture to move through rooms. Airlines ground all flights as planes can barely maintain controlled descents. Your office building sways as its foundation loses its firm grip. Day 15 makes walking impossible without magnetic shoes or heavy belts. Trees uproot themselves and drift like slow-motion green clouds across cities. Rain falls upward, creating reverse storms that empty water reservoirs quickly. You wear ankle weights and wrist weights just to feel normal. Emergency services use harpoon guns and nets to rescue floating people. Buildings require massive anchor systems drilled deep into bedrock foundations. Day 20 brings floating lakes and rivers that form aerial streams. You learn to eat only dense foods that won't float away. Scientists work frantically in underground labs, desperately seeking answers about gravity. Sports become three-dimensional as balls and players hover in midair. Your dog needs a weighted vest to walk without floating away. Month 1 ends with floating debris, clouds blocking out the sun. You communicate with neighbors by throwing weighted messages between floating houses. Farmers use nets and harpoons to harvest crops floating above fields. Ocean water rises in massive floating spheres, exposing empty sea floors. Day 35 makes breathing difficult as atmosphere begins separating into layers. You live underground now, in the few spaces still anchored properly. Surface dwellers float helplessly in the upper atmosphere, beyond all rescue. Day 40 brings floating continents as tectonic plates lose their grip. You realize the Earth itself is slowly coming apart, piece by piece. Magnetic fields fluctuate wildly as the planet's core begins loosening internally. Day 50 means no more weather, just floating atmospheric chaos above. Underground communities form the last stable societies on a disintegrating world. You watch through monitors as the moon drifts away slowly. Day 60 brings seismic shifts as mountain ranges detach and float. Communication satellites cluster together in space, useless and uncontrolled now. You count the remaining days until Earth's core finally breaks free. Day 65 arrives with massive gravitational waves as continents collide overhead. The last radio broadcasts report complete atmospheric dispersal into open space. You realize this underground chamber will become your tomb very soon. Day 67 brings the final moment as Earth's core detaches completely. Above you, a planet dissolves into its component pieces, drifting through space. The last thing you feel is your own body becoming weightless forever.